sadness.
Our band mascot.
Welcome to Drug Beers.
Welcome to Drug
Breeze.
Drug Breeze.
The dude, that was so wild. So if you go on Spotify's app, under the episode, you can click on a episode transcript button, and I was looking at the last one, and the first sentence was, "Welcome to Drug Breeze."
Welcome to Drew Breeze.
Yeah. It's like, were we slurring? And I went back and listened to it, and I was like, that clearly says Drug Beers.
Well, what's going to be cool, they're going to use that transcript like in court one day for us. Like someone's going to like put us in a lawsuit.
Yeah.
And like, well, it says right here. Get out of here, nerd. Yeah, thank you. I needed that. You're actually kind of famous on the episodes.
Oh yeah,
people are like, "Wow, you're son.
just like you are on the podcast."
Yeah,
yeah.
So we got some really cool news to share with y'all.
Do we want to start there, or do we want to just get it out of the way?
Well, there's stuff we're going to talk about that has to do with it. But like those are like happy times, and if I talk about the happy times before I get through the bad times,
yeah,
I'll feel like I'm lying to people. So I just got to get it out now.
Let's do it.
So, Running with Giants is done after February 22nd.
Yep.
We have 4 more practices to make a really dope set. As a 4-piece, this will be our first show as a 4-piece, and it will be our last show with everybody except for you and I think we're gonna try to find another band together.
That would be swell.
Yeah, I don't think I can turn it off now, like playing live music.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to stop.
Did your dog just shit on the floor?
He burped.
Golly, your dog farting story. That was funny.
That was hilarious.
I really needed that when you wrote that. I mean, we can't go into like.
It's a shame. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But it's like real life, growing up stuff, family stuff, work stuff.
Like everyone
it's
is
not we hate each other.
Yeah.
Music, insurmountable musical differences.
That's what makes
or
it suck
like that.
the worst. Because
Right.
I've quit bands hating the guys.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
it's easy.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Best decision of my life.
Yeah.
This is
The opposite.
This is a complete opposite, and like it hit us. I mean, it hit me. It's been hitting me like a ton of bricks for the past or since Monday. I don't know. I feel like I got a lot more miles left in that avenue of life with me, and I'm just.
Yeah, I guess everything happens for a reason, but this could be a reason that's not for us. This is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And. Yep.
Don't you love when your sayings come back to you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Yeah. If you didn't hear that, my 5-year-old just said, "You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit."
Well, actually say, "A fit to the fit, and you go up for a pit."
Yeah.
Yep.
But.
Get out of here, nerd.
So yeah, it's sad. I'm happy for the dudes that are doing things they have to do.
Yeah.
Proud of them. Proud of what we've done. We're gonna finish. We're gonna finish the EP.
Right.
So we've still got 2 more songs in the studio.
We'll have 6 songs to put out. Right.
5
plus the songs they recorded before us.
Right.
So technically, we have an album's worth of music that we'll just give people. And like, we can barely sell merch, so why would we try to sell anything else? But I think that's a pretty good achievement.
Yeah, I'm super proud of what we've done in the short time I've been in the band, because it's only been
year and a half.
Year and a half, almost 2 years maybe.
Yeah, and like I've only taken this band serious for the past about 2 years. And just that's where I'm at. Like that's where I'm really bummed the most is like I've got things in the chamber now, and I'm like, damn it.
What am I gonna do with this?
Now I'm gonna sit and fume on it for the fucking next millennia.
So if you're looking for a guitar player and a bass player,
We're a
because
package deal,
we
unfortunately.
come as a matching set. Holler at us
And honestly, it doesn't
after
have
February 22nd, because we're not doing anything but this until then.
Yeah, I don't even want to really. I don't know. I don't really want to play metal. Maybe I do, but like I'd rather play. I'd rather play just fucking rock and roll.
Yeah,
Just like some straight up rock and roll.
that'd be cool.
Maybe like I'll go pop punk.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Yep.
Kind of over the breakdowns and I don't know. Just see how it goes. We'll just see where it goes.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So
we are a package deal.
that going into that February 22nd at Ollie's, it's going to be an awesome show.
We're playing with Set Adrift, Militant,
Defiance.
Yeah, Stranger, TX, or just Stranger. I'm excited to play with those guys for our last show.
It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be rowdy.
It's going to be very, very gnarly. And I think I told you, like, and I told the other guys too, like, I'm going to die on that stage. Like, I'm going to go absolutely.
Yeah, there's a good chance I get hurt.
I'm going to front flip into people. I think I'm going to just do whatever I want. And no one can get mad at me because it's my party and I do what I want. So.
Absolutely.
But tickets are $10. They're cheap tickets. And it's going to be a super cool show. What did he ask? When's his birthday? Oh.
It's actually 6 months from today. Yeah, so it's all ages, BYOB, no glass, $10.
Yep. I think it's going to be a really cool send-off, and I'm glad we're able to, like, I was worried we wouldn't be able to say it's our last show until, like, a week before.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'd rather tell people now.
Build the hype up a little bit just to disappoint everybody.
It's not, I'm not going to disappoint myself, I'll tell you that much. Like, I might start, like, running. I might start running now just to get, like, some kind of...
Like a little cardio
some
build
fucking
up.
semblance of cardio. I don't know. I'm going to go fucking crazy.
Absolutely.
I think I owe it to you and everyone that likes us as a band. I think I owe it to myself.
Yep.
Just in case that is my last show ever to play. I doubt it.
Yeah, but you want it to be a good one.
Because I don't. My last show I played with, like, my last band, I didn't like it,
Yeah.
and I had to live with that. Thinking
That's a hard thing to swallow.
yeah, I had to live with, like, not knowing that was my last show, which I don't know.
That's a rough one to swallow.
I've just been fuming on it. I've been really, like, moody and pissed off at everybody,
Yeah, same.
and all my days seem grayer, and food tastes like shit, and I feel like I'm losing someone that I can't get back.
That's the hard part for me because, like, and I told all y'all this on Monday when we talked about it. Stop. Sorry. Like, you know, I went through a really, really hard time this last year.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the band,
Yeah.
I would be in a much darker place right now, I think.
I have no idea where I would be without, like, you especially in the band pulling me out of that my funk
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, like, granted, I mean, it wasn't like something to do.
Right.
You know, it was actually something that like I needed to do.
Yep. Well,
And I was able to put, like, all that weird grief and pain into the music.
I forgot. I didn't really forget because I've always known music was very important to me. But I didn't play for 5 years.
Yeah.
I think between the kids and the brewery and work and everything else, I just didn't have time.
Right.
So when I got this opportunity, I jumped at it and not looked back. Like,
Yeah.
I've been super thankful and super grateful and really appreciative of this band letting me be a part of it because
Yeah.
I was like the last one in.
Yeah.
So, Yes, and joining it, buddy. So it's been, as the shortest tenured member, I don't want to say it doesn't suck as much for me as it does for everybody else.
Yeah.
But because of the amount of support that I've gotten from the beginning, it's felt like I was just, part of a family.
Yeah.
And
it was instant. Well, on
that's
my
not
end,
something that you can just get anywhere.
what sucks the most is like you and Chad finally started talking because like you didn't know how he was supposed like to be. Like he's like, does Chad hate me? And I was like, no. That's
I
just
really thought that for like the first.
7 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone thinks that he's the sweetest guy in the world.
He is an awesome human.
And I don't know. I think he's in the top 3 of my favorite drummers I've ever played with. Maybe he might be my favorite drummer I've ever played with.
He's top 3
Yeah, that's what
for me, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I grabbed one of your beers out of the fucking 25 of my beers.
The one that I put in there.
You grabbed your one beer.
In your defense, I did put it on top.
But yeah, it sucks. I mean, the good news is, like, this will continue. Truck Beers will never end.
Correct.
And Truck Beers was the child of band practice.
Yes.
Hanging out after band practice. So if anything, we'll have great songs to present to y'all. We'll have a badass last show, and Truck Beers is not going anywhere. So, dude, that was hilarious. He just tapped you. He's like, "Hey, watch these dance,
Look what I can do."
funky fresh, dude."
Yeah. So now that that's out of the way,
Well, we can recap. We haven't been on in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's actually been 2 weeks.
it's been 2 weeks, and since then we have been to the studio again.
and it was great.
It was fantastic.
I had a blast. I got super drunk.
We got, so I drove. Matt came over to my house Saturday night, spent the night.
Yeah,
I got up early Sunday. He ate like 700 pounds of Chinese food.
I did, and I didn't
left
poop.
half of it in the fridge. Threw that away like 2 days ago because I just found it.
What'd I leave in the fridge?
I don't know. It was a soup, maybe. I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
No, I was a little drunk when I came over.
It's okay.
So, yeah. I'll put this food with my friend later.
I won't forget this ever.
They're wontons.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Dang it.
So Matt came over, spent the night. We got up early, like 6:30
Yeah.
Sunday morning. Hit the road. Got to Garland. Chad was doing drums. Got through the
Chad
whole
had to
day.
do all his drums.
Yeah.
Jackass.
No, that drum kit did sound so much better though.
That 15-inch snare,
the ghost snare,
the snare,
haunted snare
it has spirits in it.
from the Civil War.
That drum set did sound insane.
Yeah.
Our song Tragedy, I will put that song against any song ever written.
It's a phenomenal song.
Just like the mix of it, the way it sounds, it's great. We had to re-record 201, or not re-record. We just had to play my part a lot because we decided we were just gonna keep it right in your face and fun. I thought it was really funny that you guys were like, "You're so slow right now," talking about if I was off time.
There was a weird delay, man. It was nuts.
Chad walked back there like professional Chad. He's
Yeah.
like,
Hey, man, get it
what's
together."
I was like, I will kill you. Whatever's going off in my ear is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, it sounds like shit in there. And I was
Yeah.
like, fix it. I don't know.
It was like at least half a beat behind, and it was just some weird delay in the.
They had to restart the
audio,
whole thing,
yeah.
and I was like, perfect.
Pro Tools is wonderful about 92% of the time, and then
And
about
we
8%
have-
of the time it's hot garbage.
And then we have a really cool, we changed the kind of the intro drums. And they sound like that Queens of the Stone Age song.
A little bit, yep.
It's kind of got that kind of vibe to
Yeah.
it. I really love it. I really love it a lot. Yeah, we have one more song to record and Creep. I'm actually going to talk to Joey and just tell him, come to that show and record.
See if he can do a live version of it.
That's that'd be the best way to do it.
I mean, he can pull everything straight off the X32. It wouldn't be
I want some atmosphere mics.
It wouldn't be that out of pocket, you
I
know.
want some atmosphere mics. Or I just want someone recording it on a video.
I'm sure there'll be video.
I'm sure there will be video.
So yeah, we did that. Finished up. Got out of there about
Might hire what's her face?
6:30, 7 o'clock. I guess when we left.
6:30, 7 o'clock.
We were heading home. Got into Rockwall. I got pulled over.
That was dope.
So I'd gotten my registration done Friday morning, and I had the sticker on the paper on my dash. I hadn't put it on my window yet because I was like in a hurry to get to work, and
Yeah.
the weekend got away from me. Whatever. Dude pulls me over, so I pull over, and I'm like,
Well, he follows you for the past mile and a half.
He was behind me for a while, but you know, I was like, cruise control was on. I was signaling everything. Like, I'm a pretty damn consistently safe driver.
Right.
Pulled over, rolled my window down, and I'm sitting there waiting for the guy to walk up. And then he knocks on your window.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. Like, it kind of made me like,
Yeah.
it threw me off for a
I
second.
was like, what up, man?
So, yeah, roll the window down.
And it's not to mention it's 4 degrees outside.
It's so cold.
Yeah.
And the
That was-
wind is blowing like crazy.
Yes.
And he's like, sir, do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, honestly, officer, I have absolutely no idea.
No fucking clue.
And he goes, well, your registration. I was like, oh. And I had pulled it off the
Yeah.
dash and showed it to him. He goes, oh, did you just get it done? I was like, yeah, Friday morning.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, they haven't updated it in the system yet. I gave him my license and showed him my insurance. And
As he's going back to
he's
his
like,
car.
let me go back to the truck, or let me go back to the car and like
Make sure
put
you
a
guys
note.
ain't wanted.
Yeah, well, he already had known at that point in time that I wasn't, because
Yeah.
he'd been behind me long enough to run my plates 74 times. Which obviously he had, because there was no way he would have seen my sticker,
Right.
because he had been behind me
Yeah.
since we got off the interstate.
Shout out Texas for not doing their job faster. Like when you pay for your registration, that should be instant.
I know.
That's kind of weird.
It's kind of weird that it would. It's Gilmer,
Get it together, Becky.
Upshur County. So he's just like, well, let me go. I'll go put a note in the system. That way, if anybody else pulls you over or something, it'll show that we've already talked about it. You're already up to date.
Yes.
I was like, cool. So he walks back, and I look at Matt, and he goes, I'm going to give him a sticker.
Yeah.
And Matt's like, no. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to give him a sticker.
Yeah.
So he walked, because I have a bunch of them in the console. He walks back up and hands me my license back, and I was like, hey, man, you like podcasts?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, you know, we have a podcast. It's just dumb live talk. It's hilarious. Figure, you know, if you get a lot of downtime, you know, on the side of the road or whatever. So
What was his name? Officer.
I don't know. I don't remember. But
For some reason, I want to say Mackerel, but I don't think.
shout out Rockwall PD.
And I know what you're thinking. Like, you guys live in like Gilmer, Longview area. Why did you go through Rockwall? Matt's GPS decided to take us on a trip.
It was good though.
It was a fun
There's
trip.
no traffic.
No traffic. No traffic. And went through all the small rural towns that I haven't been through in a while.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun. Went through like my hometown area
Yeah.
of Harmony.
It was cool. He was a super nice guy. Like, didn't give us any grief.
Yeah.
And you know, and we were respectful and cool also, so that always helps.
Yeah.
But
I didn't reach for a gun or anything.
well, thank you.
That would have been wild.
Yeah.
I can't go back, man.
I can't go back. I can't go back in there, man. But it was great. So that was a wild time. And then I had to pull over like a mile and a half down the road because I was about to pee my pants.
Yeah. Dude, the guy running that gas station was a trip.
Oh,
Man.
I thought he was dying.
I did too. He looked like I don't know. If you like think of the word zombie, like a fresh one, like someone who's been gone for about a month
You know
or
the
two.
dudes that work in the office in Beetlejuice,
Yeah.
but without the shrunken head.
Right.
That's what he looked like.
Yeah. I mean, like I really thought he was a dead man walking, and I was like, that's why I didn't buy anything to eat. I was like, I've got to get out of here. I'm freaking out.
He was coughing like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
like he may
But
be,
he had like a, hey guys.
he may be patient zero for whatever the next pandemic is. I don't know.
There's no more pandemics. No more pandemics. Just kidding. I don't know.
You never get sick if you don't treat your body like a temple.
That's what I'm.
Things cannot thrive inside of me.
Mine, I treat my body like a rest area. I treat my body like a
A truck stop bathroom.
yes.
Yeah.
with a glory hole and everything.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. Let people put their penises
Yeah.
in me. That's a joke. I don't do that. I like where our friendship is right now. I think because we've been joking a lot about this, like we've hit that level of friendship where people are like, they're either brothers
Yeah. Or they're together.
or they're together.
Yeah.
And I like where that's at. Keep them on their toes. Keep them guessing.
That's right. It's more fun that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we did the studio thing. I guess that's really the only band-related thing.
Yeah. Because Monday after I got sick as a dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I was dying a little bit. Still went to work. Just
Yeah.
sick as shit.
Just couldn't do it.
I don't know, man. All that free money and using vacation time just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know.
Okay, something don't sit right.
Some don't sit right with me.
So yeah, so then we had the show. I think that's it for the music side of stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. I mean, to be fair, I thought we were getting ready for a show and more shows to come
Same.
until Monday, and then we
Yeah.
just fucking.
That's why we didn't record on Monday. I was.
I couldn't really. I kind of thought about it, but I was like, I'm gonna say bad
Yeah,
things.
I couldn't. I needed time to mentally and emotionally process.
We went over to Old Horse and talked about playing baseball and everything.
Yeah,
else.
it was a good hang. It was
Yeah.
it was a good time.
It's healthy, man. I took that video today and posted it. I was like, we just did it for ourselves. And
Yeah.
I think that's good for just us.
I agree. I
Like
think
every
it has
fucking
to be-
conversation we have is like recorded. It's gonna. I don't know.
Some things are just for us.
It's little secrets. Little secrets. I do have like a really cool thing next podcast. We'll have Kevin Blaylock on.
Yes.
He's been talked about on this podcast since the beginning, and he's in for sure next Monday. We're gonna have him in and get him on the podcast. He came up there Saturday when we set up our cabs. That's another thing I'm pissed off about. We just now sounded like
Mm-hmm.
God, that pisses me off.
That is the unfortunate.
I didn't post it on TikTok.
Oh,
Sorry.
it was on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook.
I was just see if we had any questions.
No, everyone hates us. Everyone hates us, and we're dumb. So it's written.
So let it be written.
So let it be written. Maybe I'm not. I haven't checked it in like a hot second.
There's nothing on Instagram.
Yeah, nothing.
So yeah, Blaylock's going to be on next Monday.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't see anything either. Did you see that we sent a
Penis.
space vehicle? I think it was just a satellite kind of thing, drone, something, to an asteroid.
No.
And yeah, so I think this was at towards the end of the year, maybe early fall, but they
Yeah.
just now got. It's like 63,000 miles away
Holy shit.
in space. Asteroid floating around in space. Took a sample, picked up a little rock off of it, brought it back,
Yeah.
analyzed it.
And it was petrified dog shit.
No, crazier actually. It
Okay.
it contained every protein that makes up DNA, all 5 of them.
No way.
Yes. And the structure of it was like a crystalline mineral structure
Yeah.
that had like basically all of the minerals present when salt water evaporates. So they don't know where this asteroid came from,
Right.
but the theory is that it was a salty oceanic planet that fell apart, whatever.
Well, the thing, like the asteroid belt,
Yeah.
they say that was a planet that got wrecked. And that's
That's why it's still in orbit.
and that's the
Yeah.
fragments. And Also, like the whole transpermia thing is like shit came from space, hit
Yep.
our Earth, and then it got all comfortable
Well,
and cozy.
this is kind of re-kicking off that
Yeah.
theory into high gear because
Right.
it's literally it's got all of the things there that
And,
you
like,
need to have.
Not to sound like a loon or crazy person, all the like Cimmeria things like that, they have this crazy story. They basically call like planets gods.
Yeah.
And there was one god who was trying to take over it all, and the true god, the bull god, smashed him. And they're saying like that, like that's like the ancient people saying like there was a planet, and the planet got too big for its britches. Smash, smash, smash. I haven't kept on much current events.
I just saw that today and I was like, oh,
That's fucking cool, though.
really cool. I'll see if I can find the video and send it to you
Yeah.
because it went into like a lot more detail. I'm sure there's very important things that I'm not including, but those were the big ones that stood out to me. Was like it's got all of the proteins that make up a DNA strand.
Think about being the engineer behind this project, thinking like, hey, we're about to shoot a tiny car-sized thing
Yeah.
into the infinite abyss of space
And try to
to
get it-
land on a rock that's also in motion
Yeah.
while we're in motion.
Yeah. And try to get it to come back.
It almost sounds too cool to be true. I think it is true.
I do too.
I'm just saying, like, if I was like, no, man, we're going to launch our thing into the infinite abyss to a thing that's moving same, like, I would call bullshit to anyone else. But, like, since it's,
Yeah.
you know,
So there was that. So
JFK.
the
shit.
JFK, MLK assassination documents have all been declassified. That's some wild stuff.
I haven't even got into it very much. I feel like a really shitty person for
So
not.
I'll give you another week to do some reading
Okay.
before we talk about it.
Well, see, like, I've
I've looked into some of it, but not a lot of it.
I want to, like, I'm under the, like, Jack Ruby, all of it, like, Osborne, was it Osborne?
Oswald.
Oswald. He was a patsy, like,
Yeah, he was a fall guy.
fall guy. It's just, like, everything, the evidence that has been classified, like, makes a lot of sense. When are you going to release the Epstein shit?
That's what I want to know.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's weird. How about we don't keep that hidden and everything else?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
Well,
crazy.
baby steps. You got to start somewhere.
Another
I
4
guess.
years he'll
Yeah.
release it after he pardons himself.
Again.
God.
So yeah, the Kennedy stuff's wild, man. Like, there's apparently a video that's a new angle that looks like the driver is the one that shot him in the head.
The driver?
Yeah, with a electrically actuated, gas-powered, like CIA assassination gun.
The driver
Yes,
in front of everybody in Dallas?
the driver of his car.
What do you do? Just like,
No, I did one of these. Like,
no
Yeah.
shit.
so he'd already been shot in the neck, and then like he's, Jackie is like holding him.
Yeah. And then his
it
brains
looks-
fall out.
It looks like the driver turns like over the shoulder.
No way.
And there's a bigger like conspiracy theory behind it too. That's the what he used was a
Super gun from the Masons.
it's a known CIA assassination weapon because it gets through like security checks and stuff like that. It fired an
Damn.
explosive dart into his skull,
Yeah.
and the dart released toxins. So even if the shot didn't kill him,
Yeah.
and then they switched out his brain on the way to the hospital.
You know they did like 2 coroner reports
Yeah.
on JFK? One in Dallas and one in New Jersey.
Yep.
And they were both like completely opposite of
Yeah.
each other. That poor doctor in Dallas, he was just doing his job.
Well, they took
didn't
him,
know what to fucking
They
do.
took him to Parkland, even
Yeah.
though there was a hospital that was like
Right there, like north.
2 blocks
Yeah.
down the road.
Right.
They took him to this bigger hospital.
His brains are out of his head.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what hospital you take him to.
Yeah. Like he's already dead at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't need a doctor to tell you that this man had ceased to live.
Right.
So anyway, there's like, go down the rabbit hole. And you know what?
Like my end.
This is the best and the worst thing about the internet and technology.
There's so much shit.
The best thing is that there's so much available. The worst is that it's so easy to manipulate it and falsify it.
Right.
So like, you gotta read all of it though,
Yeah.
so you can make an educated decision.
Which is bad for me.
Yeah,
Like, because I'll just read it and be like,
that's it. That's what
gospel.
happened. Yep.
I'm so like I've actually have not got on any kind of news or anything in the past probably 5 weeks now.
Yeah.
4 weeks. I fell back in love with all the books of the Cosmere, and I'm just
You're in that universe.
yeah.
Stay there. It's safer.
I'm not happier, but I'm like a lot less stressed and anxious.
Yeah.
But
And I haven't really dove into the MLK stuff much, but apparently he was not a good guy.
he beat the fuck out of Coretta.
Affairs all the time. Like,
Yeah,
there's
just-
a lot of,
Well, he's a Southern Baptist preacher.
yeah.
Of course he's gonna
There's a lot
fuck.
of, there's a lot of weird stuff about it. But none of that has to do with why they killed him. But
That one speech he had, not that one, the one speech he had is the most beautiful spoken thing in front of people ever.
100%.
Because all it was promoting was unity, peace, and we got to do better.
Yeah.
And it's like, it sucks that he's like, also, I'm going to bang all these hoes and beat the fuck out of my wife.
Yeah.
That's the, I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes. Parent. Go
Go ahead. No, you're good.
No, go
I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead.
Apparently there was a huge like drag out fight today with like RFK Jr. and the rest of the Congress.
Yeah.
Talking about like he just kept saying like our president has gave me the stamp to talk about this.
That was all about the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of crazy that like I know like there's both sides of the track. Like, hey man, we've came so far with our public health system. Also, our public health system is absolute trash. Like,
Yes.
there's absolutely no reason. Like, the best analogy I ever heard about this is if McDonald's treated you like our health insurance. Like, hey, I'd like to have a McChicken. And they're like, why would you want a McChicken? Well, I'm hungry. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Prove it you're hungry.
Right.
And then, like, I don't know, and his stomach gurgles. Like, see, you're hungry. He's like, all right, we're going to start you off with a McNugget. It's like, no, but I'm really, really hungry. And he's like, hey, make the nugget.
Best I can do is put a French fry with it.
Yeah. And that's our health care system.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's either going to get really good the next 6 months or, God, I hope the aliens come.
That'd be cool.
It's cool, like, in my line of work, like welding. I weld oil field things and... We have to stare at his son like he's a crazy person.
It's because he is.
Like, I know, like, work is going to be great.
Yeah.
Next 4 years, I don't have to worry about not having a job.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I really appreciate that. There's another part of me, I was like, what the fuck is about to happen?
Yeah. Yeah, we rely heavily on military contracts, so.
Yeah, you guys have to. You've got to be a part of it.
So, it's fine, though. There's something else that was cool that I was going to say something about that was related to the stuff. What was it?
You're making this really hard there, dude.
Talked about the asteroid thing. Talked about the Kennedy thing. What was it, man? It was really cool. Anyway, obviously, wasn't important.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll come back to me.
It'll come back to you like tomorrow, and you'll be like, "Hey, that thing I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
That thing was like this." I mean, not to get. You can just we can cut this out if you want to, but like your personal life is getting shittier and shittier by the day. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, computer.
What'd it do?
It's just trying to install updates. It always does it when we're in the middle of a podcast. It never does it any other time.
No, that's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah. Of course, that's literally the only time I use this computer also, so that makes complete sense.
So Monday night, we get crazy news. And you sent me a message about your dog farting and like was so confused about it.
Dude, I was laying in bed after I got home. Dog's laying next to me. And he like rips one.
Yeah.
And then he looks at his butt like something just invaded Poland.
Yeah.
Like I guess it scared him.
Right.
But I was like crying, laughing. I was like, I've got to tell Matt about this. He'll think it's great.
I laughed. Okay, so you tell me that, and like I gotta be just honest. I've woken up with my butt burning. Like I knew I just ripped one. And I was like, did I just wake myself up farting? Like I know, and there's like there's a foul smell. I know that feeling. Like the surprise. Like, did something happen here? Probably 20 minutes later, after you sent me that message, Kaylin calls me. And she sounds like she's crying. And I'm like, what's going on? But I can tell like it's one of her cry laughs.
Yeah.
My son decided to play a prank on Kaylin. And he had wrapped a turd in aluminum foil and then toilet paper and presented it like a present.
Oh, no.
And when I say like my ribs broke from laughing so hard.
Was it his?
Yep. Yep. Get out of here.
Go away. From his butt.
This is going to embarrass him when he's older. I get that.
No, it's perfect.
But it has to be said.
You deserve it.
You deserve
Cash.
it. I like... There's not a harder thing in a parent's life is when you're like you're the disciplinary.
Yeah.
But you're also peeing your pants from laughing so hard. That's what I was doing. I was like, dude, hyperventilating, sweating, laughing so hard. Cashton's like he's talking, but he's like, "How is this a joke?" Like yeah. And like I'm like, dude,
go wash your hands first of all.
So I finally like caught my breath and I had to be like, "Yo, dude, we need to talk."
Yeah.
And then he starts freaking out. I was like, "I'm just gonna head over there." And I went over there and had a face-to-face talk. And I was like, "You can't."
Was fairly late too.
Yeah.
It's like 11 o'clock.
They didn't have school this week.
Oh, okay.
They're on their weird break thing.
Early spring break or something.
I don't know. Their school's so weird. It's so weird. They're great people. I'm glad for them. They're a good school. I just sometimes they like.
It's a private school, right?
It's a private Christian school, and they're great people.
They make up their own schedules though, because they're not.
They're not tied to anything.
Tied to the state.
No. Yeah. And I try like. I don't know. They love my kids. My kids love them. I really can't say shit about it. If they knew about this podcast, they'd probably kick my kids out of it. Every time I do any kind of like thing with the school, like fundraisers and stuff like that, I am the only person there with tattoos.
Yeah. And
not wearing khakis. And facial hair. And a giant pentagram on a shirt. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I get that.
It's not for me. But yeah, me and Cash had to have that.
That's such a wild. Hey, like,
the fuck you do with that?
How do you?
That's my son.
I want to go through his like operations here. So he takes a dump.
So
obviously.
no. So here it is. He couldn't get it out of his butt.
Okay.
Got kind of stuck.
Okay.
So he gets toilet paper and does a little digging.
Yeah.
Gets it out.
Okay.
It's in the toilet paper. And he's like, "Wow, it's in my hand.
I'm gonna do something with this.
I think this would be funny. You're gonna lose your money. gone. It's my money. Then he took it and he's like, this would be hilarious. He explained to me that he was like trying to do it to his sisters, but he panicked and just went to Kaylin because he knew if he gave it to his sisters,
Yeah.
the girls would like freak out.
Right.
So he's like, somehow made like a panic decision. Doesn't make sense to me, but he's like, I'll just give it to mom.
Let's just throw it away.
But who's gonna see the poo? I get his logic.
Yeah.
Because I have
It's funny. Yeah.
No, I have that brain. Like I get it. But also,
Why?
I don't think I can't say that. I've done some weird things with shit when I was a kid. I would shit out of pear trees on my grandfather's hood of his truck. Got in bad trouble for that. Said it was a bird.
Yeah.
No. It's my money, dude. I've bribed your son.
That's okay.
If you got structured settlements and need cash now.
J.G. Wentworth.
So it's going to be another fucking Eagles and Chiefs Super Bowl.
Yeah. At the rate the Cowboys are hiring people, I don't think they want to ever win another game.
I don't know what I don't understand how people should be protesting in the street after that fucking Bills game.
Yeah.
There's no way. It's not like there's no way they didn't want the Chiefs to go to that.
Of all of there was only like 2 calls in that game that I really vehemently disagree with.
That first down he's trying to make.
That's the one that he clearly made.
He made the first time. He made absolutely the second
right.
time.
He clearly made it. And the other one was that catch that obviously hit the ground.
Yep.
While the defender had it in his hand.
Yep.
Not the receiver, and they called it a catch for Kansas City.
I just hope Josh Allen doesn't hang himself.
Outside of those 2 calls, I thought it was a pretty well-called game.
No, it's a good game. It was a good game. But there would have been like, I don't know. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, like, was it last year or 2 years ago when they played in the AFC Championship game?
They played the AFC Championship game 3 years in a row.
So it was either last year or 2 years ago where they went to overtime.
Yes.
And
it was last year.
So they scored on the first drive. Josh Allen never got the ball again. So they changed the rules.
Yep.
So that wouldn't happen.
Yep.
And then the refs were like, "Nah, fam,
No, guess what?
you still lose."
T Swizzle needs to be in them stands. The only way
I saw a funny video. It was like the God and the devil talking, and he was like, "Come on, man, I thought we decided it was gonna be the Commanders and the Bills."
that would be
and the
such a
devil's
cool
like-
Super Bowl.
The devil's like, "No, those are 2 good guys. You need bad guys." Anyway, it was a funny back and forth.
I send you those videos of like the superhero, the quarterbacks that were discharged, you know, and it has like Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that shit. I don't know, man. I was pulling for Josh Allen so bad this year.
Yeah, he deserves it.
And this was the year they said he wouldn't get this far. This is like
They were supposed to not be good this year.
this was their rebuild year.
Yeah.
The only way they're going to get in the Super Bowl is they beat the Chiefs, which it will be the Chiefs again next year. I guess. I don't know. Because
It's like it's funny. The entire 2002 or 2022 draft class for the Chiefs doesn't know anything but the Super Bowls.
which is nuts.
Yeah.
That's a really, like, it's cool to start off that way. You got a long way to go. There's no way they're going to be like 6-time Super Bowl.
Mahomes is 29.
Huh?
Mahomes is only 29.
Oh, he's got another 10 years.
Yeah.
Healthy. Maybe more.
Maybe.
Didn't Tom Brady do like the most magical thing in a Super Bowl at 41 years old?
Yeah.
The 13 to 23, or they were like 21-3. Then he brought it back all. Yeah. I actually loved that Super Bowl. That's one of my favorite.
That was
ones.
the Atlanta.
Yeah, I hate Atlanta. There's nothing in Atlanta that I like, except for like some music.
And the only thing I've seen in Atlanta is the airport. But
Yeah, I don't know.
apparently they have a pretty cool aquarium.
Do they?
It's supposed to. I don't know. I didn't go. I was in Duluth, which is outside of Atlanta.
I drove through Atlanta when I was like in 8th grade with my mom and stepdad, and had to like help my stepdad back into the hotel room. He went in the parking lot and just drank, and I got too drunk to get back in, so I had to like army crawl, carry him kind of thing.
Throw him over your shoulder.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fun. Family bonding.
I have a lot of that. I feel like there's more to talk about.
I seriously had something else I was going to talk about, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. I should start taking notes.
You know, I try to do that. Oh, I'll tell you something like that's kind of silly. So the guys at work listen to the podcast, and I got asked like, "Yo, Matt believes when you die, you don't see anything. You just suffer for the rest of your life." And I was like, I don't believe that.
It was just an option that was talked about.
I just read a Reddit article, and then we got to talking about what they believe when they die, and it was really gay. You guys suck.
Go grind something.
Go grind. Learn how to weld. How about that? They're actually really cool. We got this like old dude back in our shop. He's been gone for 1,000 years because of knee surgery.
Yeah.
Now he's back, and it's been cool ever since.
This is the one that like music trivia's you all the time.
Tries to.
Yeah.
He fucking tries to. That's like one thing you can't get over me. Especially like old rock and roll and shit like that. Unfortunately, like if anybody wants to go to like a trivia night at a bar and you send me that invite, you might as well get your belt sized up because you're taking the belt home. Because I am not good at anything other than fucking useless knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's not great. It's very autistic of me.
Like, there's things that I remember that I wish would not have replaced something useful in my head.
My kids' birthdays. Yeah.
No, I remember those.
No, I remember some of them. I don't remember all of them.
Oh. Well, you only have 2.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've had, 12. I've had over 20 of them.
That's the same day every year.
I have a son, too.
Yeah.
But 2, no, I'm just saying.
You only have 2 birthdays to remember.
Yeah, there's 12 of those.
Yeah.
And there's 9 of the other.
Yeah.
So it's over 20
but
birthdays.
They're the same day every year.
No, I know I'm talking about their actual parties.
Oh.
I don't remember their individual things.
Got it.
Like, I used to go all out and remember, like, did a Little Mermaid party one year. I fucking got spray foam, then spray painted it so it looked like coral.
Nice.
I don't know what some of them I did.
That's okay.
Like, I'll see pictures and I'm like, what did we do?
I was there.
To be fair, I used to get pretty hammered at my kid's birthday party.
Yep.
I would go into the secret place and just
have all the beers.
Fucking float on. We used to be connected to this like church when I was married. And we had Cashton had this cool Mandalorian birthday party. And I had bought like a case of beer, and so of course I was just like partaking in like refreshments at my kid's birthday party.
This is the way.
Yeah, this is the way. There was people from that church there.
Oh.
And Kaylin was like, she even gave me like the kind of like those small talks, like, "Hey, can you slow down?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "I've already counted the 8 you've drank. It's only been like an hour and a half." And I was like, "That's a lot of time."
Yeah.
That's a lot of time for me.
That's a 24th of a day.
Yeah. Like, I know you're crazy. But then we got to talking, like one of the guys at our church, he was like talking to me about like old cars and stuff like that. And like I was at 9 or 10 beers in, I was like, I got real chatty.
Yeah.
And he even made the comment, like Kaylin walked up right when it happened. So you know when like someone's like you're talking to someone that's super, super drunk?
Yes.
And you're like,
I'm familiar.
yeah. And you're like, well, I guess maybe he's had a few too many like that. Like trying to like get my wife involved with this.
Yeah.
And I said, I haven't had enough, Greg, to be honest. Watch this. He's like, you've drank, like he even, like we've talked about it later. He's like, you drank so much. I was like, yes, I can.
I'm a professional.
Miller Lite has no hold on me. It does, but I can drink.
Volume.
I can drink a lot.
It's volume based.
Yeah. That's the only way it feels good. You drink over either 6, 12, or 18, then you're doing great.
Even numbers.
Even numbers. Multiples of 2s.
Yep. That's how that works. Math checks out.
Math checks out. I don't know, man. Just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I was really like, I don't know. It's put me in a real shit mood. I hit my head earlier today at work. See this fucking.
I saw the video, yeah.
See this knot?
Yeah, it's gnarly. Looks like you got it pretty good.
I headbutted a piece of pipe.
Yeah, the pipe always wins.
Sometimes.
Always.
It does. No, it always wins. I haven't hit my head in a very long time. I mean, I hit my head, and then, like, I started whispering to myself like a crazy person. I was like, goddamn motherfuckers, I'm not in a goddamn band anymore after the fucking 22nd. Now I'm hitting my head on bullshit that I gotta fucking work with all day. What's going on?
Yeah, it's kind of fell apart.
Yeah, no, it was bad. I was like, every time fucking life's like, hey, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah.
Whatever's in charge is like, fuck you, Matt. Figure this out. And it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then someone cut me off going into the dollar store. And, like, I had, like, to really, like, you can't go to prison. The way they cut me off is, like, I'm in the lane to turn immediately into the parking lot.
Yes.
They're in the turning lane to cross my lanes to go into the parking lot. And I've got my blinker full born on. And, like, as I'm about to start making my way, they just carry their ass right in front of me. And, like I started getting, like, fucking fuzzy tunnel vision. This is at lunch today. So
yeah.
this is after I hit my head.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to fucking kill them. And, like, I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I don't like this anger shit coming up. It's there. But, like, I feel like the Hulk right before he punched that giant space monster in the Avengers.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to know my secret? I'm always angry.
I'm always angry.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But, like, man, today, that black lady almost got, like, a full beatdown. And I was just going to, like...
Don't do that.
No, I can't. Yeah, that would be a horrible choice.
Yeah.
It's a lady.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. It's just put me in a real fucked up mood. I've been excited about podcasting. I was excited about it Monday because I thought we were going to do it after band practice.
Yeah.
And then
Monday took a turn.
And then live spread its ugly butt cheeks and fucking blast me in the eyeball.
It really did.
To give me proverbial pink eye.
Yeah, we've got pink eye of the soul.
We went to that golf place. We haven't talked about that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's another thing.
The Lynx. Used to
Shout
be
out
Nip
the
It.
Lynx. We gave them a sticker and said, hey.
Yeah, have his back. We'll do a live thing.
We'll do a live thing.
And the guy was like, okay.
He's like, why did your son bring all these stuffed animals?
He does whatever he feels like, man.
He's so eccentric. But,
that's copyrighted music. We'll get in trouble.
We'll get in trouble with that. Yes. Nickelodeon will sue us. Yeah.
They're very litigious.
Certain songs were written by people, and they need to get their royalties for every time that song is played. We're on a broadcast that goes all over the world. Someone will hear that song go off, and we will get sued because that's not our music.
Facts. Somebody will take us to court and take all of my money.
Take all the money, so no more video games, no more presents, because we'll be working for the man trying to pay off that debt.
So take your dog patrol out of here.
Is that how we have to break things down to him?
Yes.
Listen, if you continue to talk, then the Bakers Group will sue us because little kids' voices are part of like this copyright thing. It's a huge litigious process, and just you have to be quiet.
You're grasping at straws now, but I get what you're going with.
I thought it would be kind of neat. I don't know. Yeah, no.
You're a little bit of a celebrity there, brother.
I sound like a crow.
You sound like a crow.
Like the movie?
Such a good movie.
It's a good movie.
I haven't seen the new one.
I don't know if I want to. I think it'd be good. Like some people that I trust, like their opinion of shit.
Said it was good?
They said it was actually kind of neat.
Okay.
It's refreshing.
I'll give it a shot once it's streaming.
That's where I'm at in life.
I think I'm taking these hooligans to see Dogman on Friday.
I'd rather have a man dog me than watch that fucking movie, dude. Yeah, shout out to the Lynx for having us out.
It was a fun time.
Hope you enjoyed this shout out after a blowjob joke. It was really cool.
Indoor golf is still wild to me.
It's terrifying.
Like,
it's
probably because I've been to that place once before when it was the other company, and
what was that?
a cicada shell.
It's gone now. My bad, brother. I thought it was some. I didn't know that was what it was.
Yeah, it's still mostly intact.
When I felt the crispiness, I knew it was something special. Cool.
So the first time I went there, it was the first time I'd ever played on a simulator. First shot, driver, like, popped it up straight, hit the camera, shut the bay down.
No way.
And we're like, oh, like the guy had to come over and like reset it. Finally got it to work again.
So I want to hear like
I felt like an absolute jackass.
No shit. The like first 10 drives, I was like, I can't do this. Because like the people that are in the next bay, they're going to catch this fucking ball.
Yeah. Those walls should really come further out.
Those walls need to be solid so I don't see other people.
Yeah.
There's children behind us, and there's like a teenage group beside us. And I'm thinking like I'm about to give them the ripper. Is he dying? Did I destroy our friendship?
I think he's okay. But I'm going to go check on him.
Yeah, check on him.
He's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the whole fucking swinging the golf club inside of a building.
I feel like I'm going to hit everything.
Y'all did great. Actually, the first,
Before the thing froze, I was...
dude, y'all were eating my lunch, which
Yeah.
is not, that's not, like...
No, but I was tied with Craig, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah. When I say, like, they're eating my lunch, don't take that seriously, because I have only, like... Hey. Good grief.
Hey, quit screaming.
Like, I only have, like...
Xbox getting wild over there.
God, I thought he was, like, starting to say the N-word. That's crazy. I'm just kidding. When I like, I only have like little winks of skill. There's sometimes I do things where it's like, wow, is he the chosen one?
Yeah.
And then the other times it's like I'm hitting people right next to me.
Right.
I can catch my slice sometimes.
It's like a boomerang.
Yeah, it comes right back to me.
Yeah.
I know why I do that now. I think because of the camera thing.
Yeah. That was the coolest part about that.
Yeah, it shows you hitting your ball horrible.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's why it went right.
Oh, okay. I suck at everything. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go back to there. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be like my first date place. If like any girl's like, this is stupid, I'm like, get out of here,
Yeah,
you
you're not
hussy.
the one.
Yeah, you're not the one. That's where I'm at in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to have golf on the first date.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, we're going to go to El Chico. Not El Chico. What is that place? The Mexican food place right in front of it.
The one that used to be Casa Ole?
Casa Ole.
I don't know what it's called now. Don Benito's or something
Don
like that?
Benito's. We're going to go have Don Benito's so we have painful diarrhea. And we're going to go play golf and drink like 5 beers and see what happens. We're going to have some fried chicken, maybe some sex. I don't know.
Not necessarily in that order.
So, as this podcast has been going, our beautiful dear friend, Justin Gibbons, asked us a question.
Oh, good.
He says, is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco?
We actually covered this already.
Or is it simply a hot dog? So, Mr. Hey, where's my podcast this week? Haven't heard y'all in a while. Like, go back and listen to the ones you haven't learned, you know?
Yeah. That was like...
Well, he's saying
early
taco, sandwich or a taco. Well, a hot dog's a hot dog.
It's definitely not a taco.
No. Because if it was a taco, it'd be deported right now. Shit's getting real.
Yeah.
I'm getting fired up. I've drank like 6 beers since I've been sitting here. So like,
It's definitely not a taco.
it's not a sandwich. But a sandwich, the very definition of a sandwich is bread
Yeah,
with
but
meat in the middle.
does it have to be 2 separate pieces of bread?
The only thing holding the bread together. No,
Is
fucking
bread.
Subway sandwich is sliced down the middle.
That's true. But it's sliced in half.
What makes a sandwich a sandwich?
I don't know.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
This is an age-old debate. We've had this conversation before on this podcast.
I'm going to do it again because now I don't remember what
I don't
know
either.
what we came to. So the things that make a sandwich it has to be the way the meat is prepared.
Okay.
So there's like sliced meat
Yes.
is a sandwich, or a hamburger, which is called a sandwich in some places because it's flat meat.
So I would go with that a hamburger is a sandwich, but I don't think a hot dog's a sandwich.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if the meat is tubular,
It can't be a sandwich.
no.
My theory is because the bun's
Because if
still
you eat
connected.
a sandwich, you're not gay. But if you eat a hot dog, you are.
Well, I guess it depends on how. Yeah.
How else are you gonna eat a hot dog, dude?
Not like that.
You gotta
I'm
put
not
it in
making
your
that.
mouth. You
I'm
gotta
not
put
making
it-
that noise.
You gotta put it in your
I'm not
mouth.
making that noise while I do
You
it.
gotta put it in your mouth.
It's true.
The
Those are
way
facts.
A man would do a thing. You eat a sandwich, you're eating it like our ancestors would eat anything. Just
I don't think your meal choices determine your sexual preferences. But
ask,
hey, who am
ask
I?
me how long it's been since I've had a banana.
I thought you just ate him for the shape and not the flavor.
These are disgusting, but I love the way they feel.
Yeah.
Ugh. When I worked like shutdowns and refinery shit welding, I was the only white guy I was the only white guy working nights. I'll tell you that much. So if you brought anything in your lunchbox, hot dog, banana, cucumber that you sliced and put something on, anything with that shape, they're great guys. Awesome family dudes. They're actually no hateful bone in their body, just wonderful people. But if you pulled out of your lunchbox a banana, you would just hear like a chorus of like, "Orales!" Just throughout the whole lunchroom. And then if you eat the banana in any way they would deem like funny, as it's like getting closer to your face, they go, "Oh," like, that was some of the best times of my life. I do that to this day, like when you put your card into a card reader, or just whatever, anything that has, I don't know, I go, "Oh." Did that at Lynx, actually, to you. You don't even remember. I remember everything. When you put your card in the reader, I go, "Oh."
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's really dumb. He also asked when we playing golf. Anytime.
I've been waiting on him to message me.
Anytime the weather's good and we don't have, well, I guess we can bring kids. I don't know. He has like the hookup, huh? Somewhat.
He sometimes. So I got my W-2 yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Started fiddle farting around with it. I owe the IRS money this year.
How?
I don't know. I don't know.
How?
I don't know. Not right now. Not right now. It won't stick. I don't know. But I'm not happy about it.
There's no way.
Don't know, man.
Hey, Trump,
Hook my boy up.
hook my boy up. Free little Collier.
It's not much, but like it's the first time I've ever had to pay in.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not much, but it's like significantly more than I'm comfortable with, if that makes sense.
Just don't pay it.
I don't want to Wesley Snipes this thing.
What the fuck are they gonna do?
No,
Garnish your wages.
they will. They can.
Yeah, that's it. You have cicada dust in your hair. That's a cool band name. Cicada dust.
That would be pretty cool.
That's where I'm at now. I'm trying to think of cool band names.
The Wilford Brumleys.
It's Destiny.
Yeah.
It's Destiny. You heard it here first, folks. Our band's going to be called the Wilford Bramries. If y'all don't know who that is, he was CD on Walker, Texas Ranger. But he also had the infamous Diabetes commercial.
Was he in the Heat of the Night? Was he on that show also?
No. I don't
That was
think
a good show.
The Heat of the Night was freaking heck. What was his name?
Fixing to look it up.
He was Archie off Facts of Life.
Yes.
He was also on The Honeymooners. What is his name? Honey Chamba. Thank you. I was thinking about that, and there it is. Thank you, McCade. It was Honey Chamba. When you say it, I'm going to...
Carol O'Connor was the police chief. That's not who you're thinking of.
No.
Carl Weathers was on that show.
Yeah, it's not him either.
Howard Rollins,
Nope.
Alan Autry.
Nope.
You're thinking of somebody different.
Heat of the Night was the one that was based in that small South town. They had a black chief, and everyone's like, I ain't going to let no chief tell me what to do. And they're like, you're going to have to because he's the police chief.
Yeah, that was Carl Weathers.
Yeah. What am I thinking of?
Howard Rollins was Virgil Tibbs. You're getting Carol O'Connor confused with. I know there's people out here screaming at it. Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason! Hey, look up Dan Biggers. Actually, I'll just show you what I see. Check out... Oh.
Yeah.
I thought Jackie Gleason was in the Heat of the Night.
Nope.
Jackie Gleason has all kinds of cool UFO stories.
Oh, really?
Plus, he was friends with Nixon.
Yeah.
And, there's things that he said, like, yeah, Nixon showed me some shit, dude. That's what's cool about, like in my wildest of pipe dreams, this podcast takes us to places untold and unfamiliar.
That'd be super cool.
And we meet people that actually have answers.
Or like we end up in a room with people we're not supposed to be in a room with somehow randomly.
Can't. Oh.
That'd be fantastic.
I'll be so fired up. It would be ruined instantly.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I want to hear a joke. I'll tell. So
hear in the background.
Like, this is only for you and I, but like at the recording studio, I relayed some information about past things that shouldn't have ever been said in public.
That was wild. That story threw me off.
If I said this story right now, not only would I be in the trouble of all troubles,
Yeah.
but also we would have the most ratings ever.
Yeah.
And it just sits with me. There's so much shit I've got in this brain that I can't. That's half the fucking podcast is me going like, I can't say that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you already know I say a lot.
Yeah.
It's
so just
bad.
imagine what doesn't get said.
Yes. And I know what you're thinking. He's like, yeah, he's just in the Aryan Brotherhood. No, I'm not. It's nothing like that.
Nope.
Completely opposite.
You can't see the look I just gave him because this is an audio medium. Thank you to all your audio listeners, as you said 4 times on the last podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why I find it so funny, but I do. I'm a jackass.
No. I tried to, like, come up with a solution today, like recording on our phone. Apparently that can work. But also, you hear that cat in the background. There's no way we could do a video.
I can't even imagine.
The attention this dude needs.
It's next level.
When he was like, when we were at Ollie's practicing last Saturday, and he's like, Dad, hook up the mic. Hook up the mic.
Yeah.
Hook up the mic. the chanting he started doing.
Dad, 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 dad.
I don't know how you kept your composure. You're such a great father.
Thank you.
You need to be like put in the halls of greatness.
He's 5. I mean, like,
Yeah, I know. No, I get it. I've had them. I
but
got
if
it.
it wasn't my kid,
Yeah, if some other kid presented my
so like more so you than me, like the patience that y'all display is wild. I have no
I feel
choice.
bad. No, well, I feel bad because like now that I've hung out with him more than 10 times, now I'm like, hey, dude, I'm not trying to be a friend anymore. You drive me crazy. But like my son delivered shit to another adult that I have told them to respect
Yeah, that's
more or as the same as me.
a wild play.
I like honestly
Bravery top tier.
the fucking glint in his eye when I was talking to him, and I saw like the flash of like,
Because he knew it was funny.
dude, when I saw the flash in his eyes, that was like, I'm your son. What do you expect?
You're like, oh, that's me.
I was like, no. I did all the right things. I said all the right curses. What are we doing? And it's just like, I mean, seriously, he had his head down, and I was talking to him, and he goes, like, real quick, and I was like, oh, I know it. I even called him out. I was like, no. No, my son's not evil. He's a Smith. Me,
He is his father's son.
and I am my father's son. And my father's is his father's son. It's just been a
The father's fodder.
it's been a whole bloodline of nonsense.
Here we are.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. He'll stop talking to me about 18.
I doubt that.
I doubt that, because I'm not a piece of shit. Not yet. I don't know what the future holds. I might hit 40 and just like, you know what, if any more events happen in my life that are like this past week, yeah, I might just move to a cabin and fucking shit in bags, give it to people just like my son.
I got you a present.
Yeah,
It's warm.
what was that, Happy Gilmore? There's another one of those flaming bags. Don't stop it out, Stanley. Shut up, woman.
Don't tell me what to do.
Winch. I don't know. Shout out to my brother. You got a super emo haircut. That's not cool to do. I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I commented
With yours?
Yeah.
It was like, nice try, loser. I don't know. He's just like reliving his childhood right now. It's really embarrassing. He needs to stop. Be a grown up, Chad.
Don't be a grown up, Chad. Be yourself.
I'm just. Don't give him any. You give him an inch, he takes like all the miles. Don't give him.
Look, that woman of his will keep him in check better than anybody else can.
No.
Yeah.
They've got each other like wrapped up in a never-ending knot. Like they think that they have each other wrapped, but it's all just one tangled knot. And by the time they untangle it, they'll be dead. So they don't know who's got who.
That's okay.
No, it's great, but I'm just saying, no one's keeping anyone in check. They're just doing their thing.
Does he listen?
No,
Oh, great.
no.
We say whatever we want.
Well, how about this? Chad, if you listen to this podcast, I'll give you $500 if you can tell me you listen to this podcast by February 7th. I'll give you $500. Yagoon. You know what's really crazy? I'm not giving him anything. Even if you message me tomorrow, like, I listen to the podcast, I'm gonna be like, you're stupid.
What did I say before that?
Yeah, you dumb idiot. Because someone's gonna like, hey Chad, you know, listen.
Yeah, you should really do that. Make that hot dog eating sound.
Yeah. Oh, chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water. You sent that meme about Fred Durst.
Yeah.
I felt that in my bones.
What if he was a prophet? Because
He
everything
might.
is fucked and everybody sucks.
I just do not like anything right now.
Yeah.
The first 5 songs I write next are going to be about this whole situation.
Very angry songs.
Just angry.
Or very sad songs. Sad, angry songs.
I was thinking like starting it, like trying to be in a band like Title Fight. Real sustainy, echoey, mean, sad lyrics.
Yeah.
I think that'd be great.
I'm here for that.
That's good for a 36-year-old to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teenage, angsty, sad music.
I will be 42 in June.
That's awesome.
No, it's not.
Gary Ward, he posted on TikTok and he's like, you know, posting all these old pictures of him playing in the guitar on stage.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I used to be a wannabe rock star. It's like, sir, you are a rock star.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that about yourself again. That was silly. Don't do that ever. Don't put yourself down. You're the reason why I wanted to play live in East Texas. One of them.
Yeah.
Him and Johnny Job. And so many other bands.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Kevin Blaylock will be our drummer. That would be cool.
Just gotta find somebody to sing. Because I'm not doing it. Because I can't.
I've already decided I'll just
scream at everything.
shitty sing the whole way, all the way to the next show.
Yeah. Bob Dylan did it successfully forever.
I hate Bob Dylan. I know you're not supposed to. Because I get it. He has wonderful songs
Yeah.
that everyone thinks that are clever. He's just a stream of consciousness that shouldn't have ever got out. Like, if he was to sing those songs underneath, like, a bridge, everyone would be like, this guy's crazy as shit. Why is he singing like this?
So, like, I have similar... I kind of put him and Eddie Vedder in the same vein. Like,
Dude.
fantastic songs,
Yeah.
but their voice makes me want to put sharp things in my ear holes. I just can't. I can't do it.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with, like, the radio stations in this area. They play
Nobody
the
does.
same shit.
Every hour and a half, it starts over. It's like the same
I've heard
10
the
songs.
same 5 songs from Pearl Jam for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Pearl Jam has so many good songs. Eddie Vedder drives me crazy, but like musically, I can listen to that shit and be like, damn, these guys are ripping. Bob Dylan, man.
I just can't stand his voice. Like, his songs are fantastic, but I cannot stand his voice.
Lyrically, they're great. The best thing that Bob Dylan ever did was inspired Guns N' Roses. That's it, dude. That's it. I guess when it comes to like songwriting, like John Prine will always be my number one.
Yeah. And I say this as someone who cannot sing or carry a tune whatsoever, so I have no place to judge anybody.
We had to do the group.
But I know what my ears appreciate.
Yeah.
My voice is not one of those things.
Nope.
But those people have made a lot of money sounding that way.
Like a rolling stone. Just shoot me in the face. I guess, but like maybe I don't know.
Give me all the smoke. I don't care.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it like a hot dog eater. I don't give a fuck.
We'll put you all on Matt Smith's list of people to fight.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, your list is growing regularly.
So like I will lose most of them. I'll lose most of them. But the thing is, like Saturday, you thought I was standing up.
I thought you were fixing to like swing on that
Had
dude.
nothing to do with fighting.
No, but you're like,
But the aura about me when I'm serious, my I'm excited about something is the exact same as like I'm excited about fighting.
yeah,
That's bad,
yeah.
but I get it.
I was like, oh no.
This guy walks into the Oil Horse, and he's a fan of the Cosmere just like I am. We've had these long talks with like we're so fucking nerdy, but we like have these like theories. And then the last book came out, and I haven't seen them since we talked last.
Okay.
And I was like, some of my theories were right. Like some things that came out of my brain before reading it came true because I can see the patterns.
Nice.
And it was really cool. So I got really excited, but also really excited, Matt, and like also we're gonna fight, Matt.
Well, like we're in the middle of a conversation,
Yeah.
and you stand up and point at this guy and go, "Hey, we got to talk." And I'm like I immediately start strategically, observing exits and other people and like
You're
moving
doing
the
layout.
kids like behind me a little
Get to
bit.
the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm fixing to go have to help Uncle Matt cause
Yeah.
some ruckus.
Yeah, he's a big boy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, like I said, I will lose most fights I probably get into.
And granted, about 5 seconds later, I realized that like
Yeah.
that was not the situation.
I
But
didn't
like
spear him. It might,
immediately, I was like, "Uh-oh."
yeah. I wouldn't do that to John, I don't think.
Yeah.
To be fair, the last 2 times he thought I was going to fight was like near the oil horse
Yeah.
and outside inside the oil
Yeah.
horse, so that's fair. But like, I wouldn't do that to John. I really like John a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
I like what he's doing.
Would like to be able to go back there.
I would love to never not go in there.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be great.
Please don't ban me.
Shout out to the oil horse for having a secret drink. I'm not even going to tell you what it is because I want it to be on their menu forever.
It's not secret.
Oh, it's not?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought it was.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't on the board.
It just hadn't been put on the board yet, but it's readily available on tap.
It's
Thirsty
the
Bird.
Thirsty Bird at Oil Horse.
It's a dry hopped blonde ale, and it is delicious.
And it's sneaky, huh?
You drink like a man that's been in the desert for 47 years. So everything.
Poverty mentality, dude. It's this I didn't get enough when I was a kid. Now that I'm an adult with money, I can get as much as I want when I want. So,
Yeah, I get it.
and also I have a problem. Like I'm fine with it. Like it breaks my mother's heart, but shit, it don't break mine.
It's
So
like that. Just, every day you just replace problem with opportunity.
yeah, I have a drinking opportunity.
Massive drinking opportunity.
That's the great. I have a savage, horrible drinking opportunity.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Drinking just makes me happy. There's something magical about the first 2 hours of drinking. I love it.
It's like, it's the next 2 days for me, though. Like,
Well,
if I get to that point.
so
Because
like
once you get older, your body stops
Saturday
kicking those
night,
hangovers
I drank, I guess 5.
to 7.
Well, Craig said he paid. You got 2.
Yeah.
And he paid for 7. And he says, so that had to be 5 for me. Shout out Craig for paying for my beer. I did not like that. I was not a fan. So I put a huge tip in their jar, and I was like, try me now, dude. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't go to me either, idiot. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Because he wasn't working.
And I couldn't take it back out of the fishbowl. I was like,
Yeah. Look over there.
So Emily got a big tip.
Yeah.
So whatever. I don't care. Fine. But I feel like I drank more than 5. I know I drank 2 in 2 minutes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. It's actually kind of, it's like, I get kind of some like weird pride when there was like, how fast do you drink? I'm
It's impressive.
so you that video you sent me of the dude drinking Modelo's?
Yeah.
I feel like I can make a video like that with Miller Lights.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, it was great.
Like,
it was so
just
good.
Randomly pulling
Just
things
pulling
out of
things
drawers
out,
and
yes.
cabinets.
I have this kind of cool story.
I mean, shout out to that man for being sort of a genius for the straw trick, so you don't get the air bubble.
Draws a siphon.
Yeah,
It just goes straight into your throat hole.
and
Like
it
a hot
did.
dog
I mean,
eater.
he was like a whole bottle in like 4.5 seconds.
It was great. So, I think my buddy Boo listens to this podcast. The first comedy show, we had a group chat, and it was like getting ready for the show.
Yeah,
And this was all in one afternoon, and I was sending videos of me drinking Miller Lights, like chugging them.
yeah.
To be fair, I just got done mowing the yard and doing a bunch of
Hot.
stuff. I drank like 6 of them, but like in the video, it's me going and crushing it. And they're like, "What is wrong with you?" And they're like trying to talk about business, and I was like, "This is the only business I'm talking about." And like, I don't know. That's when Adam was still alive. He was part of that group chat. He's
Yeah.
like, "Wow, you drink beer almost like me," and I was like, "Come on, man, come on." But shout out Tyler, Texas. They got a show enough couple of comedy places now,
Oh, really?
big time now.
I know they had the one.
They have the Understudy and Rose, the Rose.
Rose City Comedy Club.
Yeah, that's it. They moved places. Rose City did. It's like in a fucking, looks like a venue.
Oh, nice.
It's no longer in someone's like basement.
Nice.
It's really
good
cool.
for them.
It's kind of cool keeping up with some of the local guys doing comedy. Since I'm not in a band anymore, I might just go back to doing
Still
that.
in a band, at least until February 22nd.
Still in a band until.
But on February 23rd, we will be free agents.
Free agents, baby. Do you want some ancient relics that know how to throw down still?
Can I tell you what ancient relic means? It means something it got found a long time ago.
That's it.
That's what I was going to talk about.
Oh, yes, McCade. But if you want these old dudes to play his music, do that. Go.
So they have stopped excavating at Ghibliotecchi.
Yeah.
The NEF, which is like the National Exploration Foundation. Yes, you did. You helped. You spurred the memory in my brain that I was going to talk about earlier. And somebody else. I want to say it's UNICEF, but that might not be right because I don't know how much. Anyway,
UNICEF has to do with like kids not eating, huh?
I think they have like it's natural preservation.
Okay.
So they shut down digging,
Yeah.
and the NEF and Nesco. That's what it's not UNICEF. It's Nesco. Which is
Nabesco.
Yeah,
People that make Oreos.
not that one. It's some like
Yeah.
preservation society
It's an acronym.
came in and planted a bunch of olive trees. They've turned it into a tourist site.
No.
Planted a bunch. You know what olive trees do?
They
Olive.
They do grow olives, but they are known for like digging roots down.
yeah,
and
the taproots forever.
decimating
It makes
the ground underneath them. So they have covered up this massively historical site.
It's massive.
Built like a dome kind of cover over it, what's already exposed, and planted olive trees all around it.
just because.
They found a sculpture of a penguin in Turkey.
What?
Dad, olive trees
Chew on that.
big loop, it goes
Why was
to
it-
a dig site on the ground.
So, with that information, you would think these people in Turkey knew about the wild bird that's based on.
It's only in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
Turkey is not in the southern hemisphere.
Well, so like Gibli Tepe has all these animals that are 3D carved into their monolithic
Yeah.
towers or pillars.
And all of them were normal, regional.
well, there were some that are like crazy birds that you see that were also in Mexico.
yeah, well, yeah.
Like a dragon kind of thing.
The crazy birds are little birds,
But
fly around and bug.
they found one that was clearly a sculpture.
Like it wasn't, there was like no question.
It's a penguin.
Penguin.
And then, like, almost, weeks after that,
Yeah.
all these other organizations come in and like, hey, we have to shut this down.
What?
Which, they do that anyway because they want to preserve. But you don't plant olive trees if you're trying to preserve a dig site.
So,
Because olive trees are massively invasive and disruptive to the
Yeah.
soil.
yes.
That's why they're so hardy because they dig
just-
down so far.
Well, they can be in places that are.
Have such a strong glue, an app can't even go through them.
So, like, olive trees can thrive in arid, dry climates, i.e., Greece.
Baby shark shovel can go through an olive.
So, you hear that? Only a baby shark shovel can go
Very
through.
sharp shovel.
Oh, if I said baby shark shovel, I was like, okay, this makes sense. But
Do 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 do.
I love it, but I hate it. It makes me sad. There's a couple of songs I listen to that are like little kid songs that makes me really sad. Cashin was big about the baby shark.
Yep.
Do You Want to Build a Snowman? Makes me fucking bawl if I hear it now, because my daughters have nothing to do with it now. But like, I would sing that song to them every night before bed. Now my daughter's like Chappelle Roan, and Cashin likes Panic at the Disco. I don't know what's going on with that, but
That's
he's
cool.
He's big into.
That's cool. I can get behind that.
He's like massive. He's a massive Brandon Urie fan. But okay,
And then there's another site that they found in Turkey they haven't really started digging yet.
so I've heard.
It's something else, Tepe, because Tepe means hill in Turkish.
Yes, I've I knew that, but I just thought common knowledge. I'm sorry, that was stupid. I just like, yeah, that means hill. What would King of the Hill mean in Turkey?
I don't know how to say king.
Gobble gobble epe tepe. So I know that they have put things off. They like there was control digs that were supposed to happen, and they said we're gonna wait for technology to catch
Right.
up.
That's a pretty common thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're trying to drill a 1-inch hole, 40 feet into something to
Yeah.
see what's on the other side. Like put a microscopic camera, and they're like, "Well, technology hasn't caught up to this theory," and they're like, "We can do this today. We can go to the hardware store and make this happen right now."
Immediately.
And they're like, "No, we're gonna wait for the next generation."
We have endoscopic
It makes
cameras.
you think like they know something that we don't know, and the people that are doing this work, they don't know, but they're trying to find out. So the dudes that do know are like, you got to stop it at all cost.
Yeah. Before you destroy everyone's theoretical knowledge of history.
You're going to ruin everyone's religion.
They're trying to go through, try to see if they could go through all of No.
You're not getting that much.
So you're talking about like it's really not that hard. I was listening to something. I think it was a Facebook reel, and it was a guy that was talking about the drones in New Jersey.
Yeah.
He's like, "Look, man, all you gotta do is get you a couple of backwoods boys from Appalachia that really need some copper."
Tell them it's all right there.
And they're like, "Hey, man, all you gotta do is get that thing out of the sky. Those drones will be gone in a weekend."
So the whole like the things my aunt would post on Facebook, like you don't see drones in Texas, and it's like silly because they'll shoot them down. 1,000% accurate though. Like it's like super redneck, and it's super like it either goes redneck, hillbilly.
Yeah.
Just depends on where you're from.
Right.
But like that's 100% correct. Like
Yeah.
if things were like in rural East Texas and there's drones,
Gone.
someone's gonna take a shot.
Oh yeah.
I've shot at airplanes in the night sky. I know I have. Allegedly. I'd hate to find out in 2005 an airplane got shot
Whoops.
over East Texas.
Whoops.
I know that there is a chamber in the pyramids in Egypt, one of the pyramids in Egypt,
Yep.
that would literally, if we can drill a 1/2-inch hole and put a camera on the other side of it, we would know it's inside of it. That's how that thing works. It would like give us answers, and they shut it down for another whatever time, like amount of time. It's just really silly to me, like you have these people that are trying to do their life, like their passion. They're trying to find out about ancient civilization, and they're doing all the work, and they're doing what you're supposed to do, correct?
Yeah.
And it all just turns into more shit to go through. Like, that would drive me crazy if my job was like, I need you to do this. This is what you're supposed to be doing. But every time I get going, they're like, you have to make this pipe out of clay. Like, why? Because the pipe is usually, I'll make it like it's out of metal. We buy it. No, well, this needs to be done this way. And like when you weld it, use candlesticks.
Yeah.
You know, it's absolutely infuriating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why would you completely change everything about what you already know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why are they not allowed to do what they're supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Because if you're an archaeologist, you are responsible for the retrieval of ancient technologies and civilization, like ruins, everything,
Man,
whatever.
It's all goes back to who controls their funding, though, because
Right.
archaeology is completely based on
But
funding.
yeah, but if you found an independent person,
Yeah, somebody was just like, "Hey, yeah, I want you to do this. Here's a blank check."
they can't do it because they don't have the permission that other people have,
Right.
which is absolute dog shit.
It's not okay.
Like, there's no like freelance archaeologist that has an unlimited budget that has no checks and balances, anything like that.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, archaeology should be like an unrestricted field.
And also, imagine being in the room where they came up with the idea of olive trees. Hey, I've got this great idea to stop everyone's shit.
Well,
right
they're
now.
going to say, "Oh, we planted them because they're native to that area." Yeah, but there's probably a lot of other foliage that you could have planted that you know is not going to destroy the things underneath it.
Okay, if there was a bank. In 1996? Who told you that?
He heard it on YouTube.
In 1996, the tree was found. Okay. So, like, the seed. What if he's, like, contacting aliens right now, and that's what they're trying to tell us, and we just completely ignore
it would explain a lot of things.
But, like, I don't, man, it's just, that kind of stuff right there makes me crazy.
Those are the decisions
You have an
and the
active-
results that make you completely
You have an active
doubt everything that
Right.
you're being told.
You have an active zone. You have an active zone that people are trying.
And you know it's not completely done.
And also, this is the site that has been pushing against a lot of like mainstream archaeologists, like their concept.
Yep. Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not. Can't be. It can't be.
And like the more mainstream it's getting, like I've noticed in the past year and a half that people who've been doing podcasting forever and they have these certain people on, like I'm not going to say names or nothing like that, but like they're getting ridiculed now.
Yeah.
They're getting made fun of. There was an SNL skit talking about like men from 18 to 38 won't go to the doctor. Right?
Facts.
Right.
Unless I'm dying.
Yeah. So we're making fun of that age gap. So they're saying we came up with a new idea and it's called DocCast, and it was like a podcast setting, and it was an actual doctor bringing in the person as a patient.
But it was
And
like
he's
an
like-
interview on a podcast?
Yeah, he's like, yo, how many drinks you have a week? And he's like, man, you know me, I'll be having like a 10-pack, whatever. Like, they were making fun of like podcasts having these professionals on.
Yeah.
Also, the DocCast is actually a really good idea.
That's a great idea.
If I was a doctor, I would start a podcast and then like have the patient sign a release form, and
Yeah.
we would just figure things out. But like, it seems like they're trying to like make it look like you're an idiot if you listen to these podcasts. You're an idiot if you do this. You're an idiot if you do that.
Yeah.
If you believe this, you're insane.
Right.
Like, what else are we?
I mean, our other options are terrifying.
Yeah, I've for the past like 2-3 weeks, I've been watching like KLTV Channel 7 News. at 10 o'clock. It's the channel I get, so I just been watching the news, and it is the most infuriating.
There's no substance.
No substance, and like you can see through a lot of the BS. There's a lot of local news on there that's kind of cool. You know, like this is a feel-good story about
Right.
this local person doing this and that.
Well, it's
I
all
like that shit.
and then whatever like clips that they get filtered down from their parent companies.
Yes. So like there was a YouTube video that were showing every local news station saying the exact same script.
I've seen that.
I'm not saying what it was about. I'm not doing that, but like that was nuts to me.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like you can say, yeah, some of them might be coincidence, but you don't say the exact same words in 52 different either fucking channels.
No.
That's not how that works.
Nope.
I don't know. I would love. Go ahead. We good? I would love to like. I don't know. I personally, myself, I want to know what's going on. What's the big deal is like. The drones over New Jersey, like.
Which is still happening. It's just not in the news anymore.
We've got President Trump in office. Everyone said when he gets in office, we'll find out. No one's found out shit.
Yep.
We have sites all over the world that are like giving us more information than we needed,
And we just shut them down.
and we shut them down. Like, what are we? Like, I don't know. Wouldn't it be nuts if like the crazy dudes
We're always right.
were just right on the fucking money?
Yeah.
Like that to me. That
I
just
feel like that's more likely every day.
yeah.
Yeah, so like about 97% of the time, just tell me the truth. There are a few things that like I would prefer that you lied to me about, but none of them are on the news. That's on like a
So
personal
I
level.
feel like
If you don't love me anymore, lie to me about that. Tell me you still love me. That's fine. But like if the entire history of the human race is wrong,
I need to know that.
I would
shit.
like to know that.
I would love to know that.
With like the drones flying over all of us or dropping, cancer particles or whatever, I would rather know that so I don't go outside.
I would love to know. I would love to know what's going on. I'd love to know that. Like, I mean, I'm an idiot. This is obvious. Like, I am stupid as shit.
Yeah, box of rocks.
Just can't figure out how to tie my shoes sometimes.
Slip them on.
Slip them on. Velcro all day. But there's certain things that are brought to my attention that I see. It makes me like, no.
Yeah, the math ain't mathin'.
The math ain't mathin'.
Yeah.
Like, man, we're on a rock, free spinning in space at a crazy speed.
Yeah. Thousands and thousands of
We're
miles
not
an hour.
going in a circle
No.
that we can record. Not only are we on this rock, we're in the solar system that's part of a giant system. And that system is part of a giant system.
All of these things are just hurtling through the infinite void of space at an unreasonable speed.
When I don't pay my bills on time, that's what I think of. Like, what's it fucking matter?
Yeah, why should I?
I'm here for a good 65 years. If that. The way I drink and way my fucking anger is and stress, I'll be super stoked if I make 45.
Oh, that's depressing.
You're good. You've got the young man gene. Like,
No.
You look younger than I do.
It's just because I have hair.
Yeah. Your hair hasn't fallen out just out of fucking pure hatred.
That's why your hair fell out, because it hated you?
Yeah. Yeah. My hair fell out because I have a giant dick and I can't have both.
Thanks.
I'm just kidding, dude. That's what I tell people when they make fun of me. And they're like, oh, that's fucking gross. I'm like, eat ass. I don't give
Yeah,
a shit.
think about what I just said. You'll be fine.
Yeah. But the math doesn't math with me. Like, I can see certain things happening. Like, UFO shit has always been on the fucking obscure side of everything. Like, if you believe in UFOs, blah, 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 blah,
You're a
blah.
whack job.
Well, then you hear about Benny and Barney Hill, and you hear it from their granddaughter,
Yeah.
Angela Hill, who's also a fighter in the UFC. Angie Overkill Hill. She's talked about like my grandparents are the most normal people ever.
Well, I mean, the shit's been happening since the 1800s.
Before that,
Well, I mean, that's like you look
Well,
at
like recorded history,
recently written.
Yes,
you know.
yes. And there's a lot of fucking biblical stuff that kind of goes around the same shit. And I know there's some people that listen to it and they're like, "No, that was God." I get it. It's fine. That's what you think. That's what you think. Chariot of fire coming through the atmosphere and sucking someone up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes that like sounds kind of. If I had like a weird way to talk, the only way I know is what you read in the Bible, like that kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. You talking about a vehicle that was on fire from the sky?
Yeah. You're using words that you know in the time frame.
Yeah. That's the only thing that drove around, either wagon or chariot.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just it just drives me nuts.
I don't understand the massive push for disinformation. Like, I can get secrecy.
I think it's
I'm okay with secrecy a little bit.
I think it's
But
a
the
money
blatant misinformation campaign, that's
Right.
what I can't
I
get
think
behind
there
that.
is a giant financial gain through a certain religion that owns their own private city in Rome. But it's not Rome, it's its own thing.
It's the smallest country in the world.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they very particularly elect a certain person, and they have
That holds that office till they die, by the way.
what's that word? There's people underneath you. Minions? No, that's not it. Bishops. I think that, and they have all these, and they go all over the world, and they're speaking all the good news. But like,
But they won't let you read any of their books.
they won't let you do any of that. Oh, we have all the information withheld.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a certain thing, and they okay it, they're like, yeah, you can take a gander at this. They're like, oh,
Maybe.
okay, thank you.
Maybe.
But what if I wanted to look at,
What's in that book over there?
they're like,
You didn't ask for that book.
no, kick rocks. I think, and there's another religious sect. I don't know. I think there's so much already in motion. This is 10,000 years
Yeah.
of shit in motion that they can't.
Just so far behind the 8 ball.
They won't let you get a toehold.
No.
Fucking ankle lock. They're not gonna let you do any of that shit. She found some snacks.
That dog is going to wear me out faster than my kids.
When I stayed over the night when she was moaning at your bed,
Yeah.
I was like, how is he asleep right now? You were dead to the world. I was proud. I was so happy for you.
So tired.
I put my headphones in and I listened to like ethereal. Oh, I told you about this. I was listening to like ethereal sleepy time playlist that someone made. Fuck whoever made that playlist, because like an hour into it, he has like the most foul death metal song in that playlist. So I was sleeping and I'm here. I was like, ah! It's a great song.
This is not anywhere what you were expecting whatsoever.
No. It's by a band called Brain Drill. I really liked it, but I didn't like it when I was trying to sleep.
Yeah.
That was really horrible. I think there's groups of people that are so heavily invested in this information not getting out,
Yes.
because
Yes.
I believe religion is control. I believe money is control. Like, if you really think about it, like, slavery's been gone in America for 200.
Has
and
it though?
let me get there.
Okay.
So that definition of slavery has been done for 200 years.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
I think that's right. No.
For the
100
scenario we're talking about, it's close enough.
Okay, close enough. which is awesome. That's
fantastic.
wonderful. I love it. There's more slavery now in the world than there has ever been ever, but right now it's great. But now you have American citizens. Like, I go to work, right? Work my fucking ass off.
Yep.
To get money, coupons, fun coupons,
Right. Life tokens.
life tokens, to pay all the shit I need to pay so I don't live in ruins.
Barely.
And I barely can do it.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking skilled tradesman.
Yeah.
Granted, I have children, so those three are under my fucking umbrella. If you try to live on your own, if you try to store your water, fucking use solar panels if you can afford those, and like completely detach yourself from anything, well, you start hitting fouls. You start hitting these little checks and balances that they have set up. Like, you can't store your rainwater.
That's against the law.
Why are you gardening so much? Don't you know there's a beautiful store that sells things up the road?
If you want to hunt and fish and get your own food,
Hey, your
that's going to
kids-
cost you like $800 a year.
I noticed you've been hunting without a license. God damn,
Yeah.
that's a bad crime.
Yeah.
We can confiscate everything you own because you're hunting without a license.
Yeah.
Are you fishing without a license? Even though some of the fucking lakes are overstocked with crappie, you can't do that here.
Deer are a nuisance, but you can't shoot them.
You can't shoot those. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, there's so much shit that, like, as I get older, the more I fucking feel like a crazy person. Because I'm like, what? The only reason why I work is to pay these fucking bills that I don't want to pay.
Right.
I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't. Every time I go to the grocery store, like, I get it. Everyone's like, the grocery bill's going to go down, this, that, and the other. Fucking the president has nothing to do with your groceries.
Not directly.
He can, whatever he said during the whole thing, I've seen, like, both sides of, like, groceries are going down. Like, well, where the fuck is the groceries going to go down, you dumbass? And, like, that guy has nothing to do with the groceries. The supply and demand. And unfortunately, the demand has overgrown to the supply.
Yes.
But, like,
And it's like that. I saw a deal about that the other day. It was somebody was like talking to JD Vance, and it's like,
oh, he handled that
you were
shit.
talking about, bacon specifically. And it was like, yeah, where does bacon come from?
Mm-hmm.
Farmers. Right. But how does it get to the store? On trucks that are powered by diesel fuel.
That are powered, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, we have to get the cost of energy down first.
Right.
And that's what we're currently working on.
Yep.
Like, yeah, you've got to understand the relationship between all of these things.
That's the fucking key word, relationship. Our relationship with the world right now is dog shit. Like, I know there's a lot of fighting with the healthcare system. A lot of the fucking healthcare would go downhill quick if we would take care of what we put in our bodies.
Yeah.
To afford the things to put in your bodies that don't make you need the healthcare system is a fucking mint.
Yep.
Like, a fucking box of 24 Pop-Tarts is way cheaper than a steak.
Yeah.
Pop-Tarts I can eat for 5 days. Steak I can eat one meal.
Yeah.
Num num num. Like the maths with me on that. But, like, talking about relationship, if you fucking thought about what it would take to feed you, just you, for a year, what would you have to do?
Like,
And how much property would you need? So my granddad,
more than I've got.
yeah, my granddad, he was able to be pretty self-sufficient.
Yeah.
He was able to provide enough food, vegetables. Granted, he had deep freezes, and he would give it out, whatever.
I mean, I think you've, like, if you're doing small stuff, like, you could grow a decent garden and have, like, chickens with, I don't know,
Yeah.
an acre.
Yep.
And be okay.
But you would need whatever that garden would only be from the late winter to late summer,
Yeah.
early fall.
Yeah.
Then the rest of it, you have to put in a root cellar.
Something.
Like that's certain thing, like onions, potatoes. Like it's nobody knows like how hard it would be to do that.
Not many. I'm sure there's some.
There's some that have looked in the ancient farmers' almanacs and realized like, oh, this is easy. They've made it impossible for you. So you can feed yourself on like an acre and a half, 2 acres, if you plant the right things.
Right.
Fucking most of it's potatoes.
Yeah.
Because you can...
You grow those in a bucket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you have a wife and kids, you have to add that to your thing. Well, now property is fucking $5,000 to $8,000 an acre.
Right.
Here in Texas. Can't imagine what it is anywhere else. Not California. That shit's about to go down, I think. I don't know. That shit's nuts. Have you seen the push on like trying to get that shit handled?
No.
So everyone's house burnt down.
Yeah.
And like the next 5 days, there are people making offers on these people's housing. So they're like, this sucks. Let us buy this from you.
Yeah. That's...
Fishy as shit.
Yeah.
Don't sell your shit. If anybody in California, I am so sorry that happened to you. I'm not saying like arsonists did it. I'm not saying the government did it. But
Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know. The older I get, the more fucking shitty I feel about everything.
Yeah. I just want people to leave me alone.
Me?
No.
Oh.
No, like, don't mess with my shit. I won't mess with your shit. Kind of like, let me do my thing. Let me raise my kids and just exist.
Yeah, but also I think like that's a good sentence to have. Like, and I'm not trying to like say anything. I think that's the way certain people want you to think. Fuck everybody. I'm going to do my own shit. But also I think there needs to be like some community
No.
on the same wavelength.
Let me rephrase that. Less intervention, more cooperation.
Don't tread on me, motherfuckers. Let us figure out for ourselves.
Yeah. But the community aspect needs to come back. That's not there anymore.
Yeah. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think every township, town, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I think if we all worked for each other together and we took care of our shit there. Local government's a joke now.
Oh, it's not even a thing. I mean, it's people that get paid to do nothing.
No, yeah.
They sit in meetings all day long and talk about...
Their names are on this ballot and people have no fucking clue what's going on.
No. Not at all.
I saw a commercial and the mayor of Pittsburgh, Texas, David Abernathy, he's been the mayor of Pittsburgh since I was a baby. What the fuck are we doing? There's no one else that wants to run for mayor in that small town. Like, I'm not even part of their...
Right.
I'm just saying, I saw his name and he was like... It's like,
you're still alive?
You're still fucking kicking,
Yeah.
Dude? What the fuck, man?
Are you competent to
He was-
hold public office?
I was like, what?
That's what killed... These fucking life terms for some of these people. If you're barely cognizant...
Mitch McConnell has no business.
You don't need to be making decisions for people.
So, I think there is a silver lining on both sides. If you're so old that you can't fucking make sentences and you freeze up on the podium and like you're having to re-fucking boot, you shouldn't be doing this anymore.
No.
Also, if you're so fresh out of college with all these crazy ideas,
You haven't lived life yet?
you haven't lived life yet, 35 is a good number. I think that, but I think some people's 35 is way different than my 35.
Yeah.
My 35, I've been working a fucking skilled labor job since I was 15, 16 years old.
I think the biggest disconnect now is the people that are politicians are career politicians.
They're not good for anything else. In insider trading,
It used to be, the people were elected by the people for the people because they were the dude that you saw at the grocery store
Well,
2 or 3 days ago.
so the word representative, right?
Yeah.
That was made because there was one person that was a representative of an area. And all these local farmers and townspeople, they couldn't go air their grievances
Right.
to the capital because they were in Alabama, Texas, and they're like, well, you'll be our representative. We'll hire you for this job.
Yeah.
When we hire you, you have to let them know we're not getting fair taxes on our fucking whatever, this, that, and the other. And they're like, hey, you're right. I'll be the representative. And then get on their goddamn horse, fucking drive their ass to the Capitol
Yeah.
and talk their shit. Like, hey, these motherfuckers are struggling out here. What are we doing? Now the word representative is a fucking 2-hour flight. And they don't give a shit about the people.
No. Their constituents are their
And like
supporters.
it's so it makes you sound like a crazy right-wing loon
It's true, though.
if you say like we're not following the Constitution, we're not following the fucking way it was planned out. Granted, when that Constitution was wrote, there was 13 colonies.
Right. Things were a lot different.
Things were a lot different. But that thing is foolproof to be a civilized government.
Yeah.
I really do believe that.
Yeah.
Like I've read it and I'm like,
They're pretty basic ideas.
they're just decent fucking people trying to be decent to everyone
Yeah.
else.
Like there's no 600-page
No.
document that
No.
has to be voted on at 3 a.m. in the morning.
No, there's
when
a
it was-
preamble and there was 12 original amendments,
Yeah.
then they add the 13th later
Yeah.
down the road.
But like anything now that goes through Congress is like a 1,000-page document that some PA has to read and then tell the person who's got to vote on it what it's about.
Well, that's what happened with yesterday. RFK went into that Congress hearing, and there was things signed, and he said it. He's like, "Oh, I got the summary." Like, we don't need to be talking facts and discussions on summaries.
No.
Also, they're not like the Patriot Act was a fucking 950-page essay, and they snuck some shit in that are like it was very effective to fuck us.
Yeah. Did you hear that there was like $50 million that was going to, I think it was Gaza, for condom distribution?
Yeah,
Like, what are we doing?
yeah. How about we just stop that shit?
Yeah.
How about we stop whatever's going on over there,
Yeah.
or just
How
don't?
many condoms can you buy for $50 million?
Yeah, right.
Build a factory. It's cheaper.
$50 million.
Build a factory. It's cheaper.
You could hire me for $25 million. I can figure out how to build a factory that makes condoms. I could do that.
A lot less than that.
Lot less than that. I'm just wanting to put. I'm already part of the problem. Put the money in my pocket. I'll do that. It's nuts. You hear the numbers that are going out to different places and that are not going to these like inner city places that are impoverished, riddled with drugs and crime.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we can snuff that shit in the bud real quick if we would put our money where our mouth is.
Yep.
But our mouth is not here.
No.
Like everyone's talking about American pride, this, that, and the other. We give no. I don't say we. They don't give a fuck
No.
about that.
No.
No. It's. I'm already angry enough tonight. This is fucking fine with me. I'll talk all the shit I want to talk. It just it breaks my heart.
It's sad, man, because like I was raised by a World War II veteran, the greatest generation, and if that man could see what was going on right now, he would be livid.
Yeah.
And embarrassed.
Yeah.
Rightfully so, I think. America's a joke to most of the world.
When TikTok got banned for 12 hours, the rest of the TikTok community in different countries. Like all the videos were like, "Thank God they're gone." And now when it came back, there's like these really like fucking badasses like, "Oh, now you want to talk shit, motherfucker?" Like, I think that's the American spirit in a nutshell. Like, I think people would have pride of that. Like,
It's just the loud people are not the ones that you want
No.
most of the time.
no. I don't see what's going to happen in the next 4 years.
It's like the, was it Teddy Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Speak softly,
Carry a big
carry
stick.
a big stick.
Fuck yeah, man.
Like it's that old bless your heart. It's that mentality that's missing.
It's yeah. That's 100% correct.
And that could be a southern thing,
it might
maybe. But it's the same mentality as fuck around and find out though. Like,
my dear, sweet, beautiful Mimi, she said, "You'll lose every fight that you start with your mouth." She's about right.
yeah.
I mean, I've talked a lot of wild shit, but like, the fuck
Dad
around
always
and
told
find.
me, you better not ever start a fight, but you goddamn sure better finish
You
it.
better,
You may lose, but you better make sure that he knew he was in a fight.
you better climb that motherfucker like a tree and break every branch on the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's Suck City right now. On all fronts. That's our next band. We're just gonna write a cool way you should be to each other band.
This is how you
remind me what I really am.
All right, let's
We
wrap
love
it
you
up.
guys. Thank y'all for listening.
Take care of each other. World's a
Sorry
crazy,
this podcast was everywhere.
shitty, wild place, but you know what? Either
Just get better.
hang on or get off the ride, I guess. I don't know what your other options are. We love you. We'll see you later.
Kisses.
Bye.